Well, Mama told me when I was young, said sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say, and if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day.
Did a Lynyrd Skynyrd cover, Simple Man. Why was that? Was it some kind of importance for you?
It was a complete accident. We actually don't even play that song anymore, really. But back then, our original guitar player was married to Ronnie Van Zant's daughter. And when we were first starting out, his daughter and the widow owned a club in Jacksonville called Freebird Live. And we played it there for Ronnie's widow and her daughter. From there, we ended up in Boston playing on the radio station acoustic, and the DJ at the time, Mistress Carey, said, "Hey, everybody's been coming in here. You have to do a cover. Everybody does a cover." Who was it? Black Label Society was in the week before, and they did a cover. You have to do a cover, and that was the only cover we knew as a band. So we did it on the radio station, and came back another couple months later, and it had been downloaded like 250,000 times or something like that. So we ended up putting it on the record, but it definitely wasn't intentional by any means.
Troubles will come, and they will pass. You'll find a woman, and you'll find love.
What characterizes a Southern man?
Southern man, humbleness and manners.
Yeah, lots of manners.
Lots of manners.
Very polite.
They're beat into yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am, no sir, and a love for all things pork.
Salt and butter.
Salt, butter, and all things pork.
And sweet tea.
Sweet tea, boiled peanuts.
Catfish.
You don't mind fishing.
Yeah.
Definitely is a respect of your elders that's ingrained in you from the time that you're very young. Respecting your parents, respecting your grandparents, very much.
And if you don't, you get beat.
Yeah.
Don't wear a hat to the table.
Don't wear any hats at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Lots of rules, but yeah, just sticking by your word as well. Very important to be honest, and to if you say you're going to do something, you do it. So.
And don't forget that there is a someone up above, and be a simple kind of man, be something you love and understand, baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can?
You guys were on tour with Van Halen.
Yeah.
How was the contact to a living rock and roll icon?
It was a dream come true. What was neat about it is, at the time, it was the Sammy reunion tour. Sammy and Michael got along. Eddie and Alex got along. They hated each other. They showed up at different times, different cars, would leave at different times, wouldn't talk to each other till they got on stage. And even then on stage, they would do things. I saw Eddie kick Sammy square in the nuts one night. There was a lot of hatred there, but individually, each one of them was extremely nice to us. They would kick open the dressing room door, come hang out. Hey, you got to come side stage and drink with us in our place. Oh, you got to drink with me backstage over here. Hang out over here. Let's talk music. Really, really cool. Very cool. It was interesting. I can't imagine the history they have together and why they don't get along, and I don't want to know, really. But to each one of us, they were very nice.
How's his playing these days, Eddie's?
It was great then. I mean, that was 2005. He was great. He was solid. He walks around all day long with a bottle of wine, cigarette, and his guitar around his neck and plays. And that's all he does. His playing's still good. Mental capacity, not as good. He's walking around with a bottle of wine every day, at least at that time. But it looks like he's in shape and doing well. I saw him on the recent David Lee Roth reunion tour, and they were great. they were great. It was I thought they played very well.
You guys went to Iraq, right? How was that experience?
Amazing. Probably one of the best experiences of my life. It was disturbing. It's different. It's definitely a whole nother world. We flew into Kuwait, played at Fort Barron in Kuwait, then we jumped on a C-130 military plane, flew into Iraq, dive bombed into Fallujah, and then from Fallujah we were on Chinook helicopters to Al-Assad and Takadam. They call it TQ. But visiting our troops, regardless of what your feelings are we're not a political band really that much, regardless of your feelings on the war or conflict over there, the troops are just there doing a job. And so we wanted to go over and support them and at least let them know that we care, regardless they have to be over there. And in talking to them and speaking to them, there was this huge sense of pride that they take in their work and in their job. And they were also, a lot of them were younger than I am. Some of these guys and girls were 18 years old carrying a sniper rifle. It was a weird feeling. We were very lucky in that the weather was nice while we were there. It wasn't hot. It was like 80 degrees out. It was very nice. The dust is unreal. It's like baby powder fine, and it gets into everything. I mean, you're just constantly blowing black boogers and coughing. It's disgusting. But we were only there for 5 days. That's not even a taste. These guys and girls are there for 3 years sometimes. There was one guy who hadn't seen his daughter, and his daughter was 3 years old. So it's crazy. But I'd do it again tomorrow. I would go there again tomorrow to support the troops, and I'd go to Afghanistan. Any place they need us, we'll go. Absolutely. They were very nice, though. I didn't feel at one time unsafe, ever. Ever did I feel. Well, one time, but when you're taking off in the Chinook helicopter, and it's shaking, and it's rattling, and of course, I'm not a military guy, so this is all new. And then the guy gets on the 50 cal and locks and loads and is staring out the whole time doing this while you're flying over Qusay's old home and these old Iraq establishments and everything else. That's a trippy feeling.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Barry.
I'm Zach.
And this is Eric.
We're from the band Shinedown, and you're watching MULATSCHAG, the only TV you need to watch.
MULATSCHAG!